Hey, what's up? It's your girl Kristen Marie and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing an easy, neutral eyeshadow tutorial for beginners. So if you are a beginner makeup girl and you do not know how to do eyeshadow looks, I'm going to show you a basic, simple, everyday eyeshadow look that you can do. Super easy, step by step. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Life is what you make it. My shit been amazing. I can't see a way out. I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on shit I can't afford. But
if you are new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey, what's up girl? Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, post notification bell so you are notified every time I do upload new videos. Okay guys, so this neutral eyeshadow tutorial is going to be so easy if you're new to makeup and you're unsure on, eyeshadow looks, how to place them, what shades to use. We're going to start off with the basics. We're going to start off with neutral undertones. I feel like every beginner, if you're new to makeup, you should have a neutral eyeshadow palette. It's just so necessary. I would not start off with colors first until you start off with a neutral shade. This way you're able to know the placement of the eyeshadow and what shadows to use and what shadows are more flattering or best for your skin shade and undertone. Okay, so if you are a beginner in makeup and you are trying to get into eyeshadows, I always say start off with neutral shade palettes. We're going to be using the new Kosas Undressed Neutral Eyeshadow Palette. This palette is the perfect eyeshadow palette. This palette is the perfect neutral eyeshadow palette. It has your more warm shades and then you also have your cooler shades. I'm going to be using the new Real Techniques Nude Eyeshadow Brushes. I absolutely love Real Techniques eyeshadow brushes. They're such great quality and they last long. They're very long lasting, and if you are new to makeup, you want something that's more affordable, that's going to last you for a while until you get up there to more higher end makeup brushes, if that's what you choose to do. So before we get into the actual eyeshadow look today, we're gonna go over each side, warm tone and cool tone, because I don't want you guys to get confused on which shades will go where or for your specific skin undertone. And so as you guys already know, we have our skin undertones, which are cool, warm, and neutral. So because we do have a palette that we're using that is warm and more cooler undertone, if you're more neutral, you can kind of go back and forth. If you have more of a warm undertone, I would start off with the warm tones first at the crease. Then you can work the cooler undertones in the front corner of the eye. The darkest shade will always be at the crease. The lightest shade will be in the front corner of the eye to brighten. So because I am more dark skin, I would use this shade right here at my crease. And I would probably use in between these two shades in the front corner of my eye. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my crease brush and I'm gonna place the darkest shade at my crease. And before you apply any eyeshadows, make sure that you prime your eyelids with either an eyeshadow primer or concealer. I did use a concealer to prime my eyelids for today. I'm gonna go ahead and pack on that darker shade right at my crease. If you have more of a hooded eye, you're gonna wanna place that darker shade right up above your crease. And we're just gonna pack it and pack the color on. So once you pack your color, and you may have to dip your brush maybe 1 to 2 times depending on your desired shade or how dark you want your crease to be, then you could go ahead and move your brush forward and then move it back. So almost like you're creating a C shape, right? So it should look something like this. Now, if you feel as if your crease isn't deep enough or you want to be even deeper, you can go right back in with that dark shade and just tap the darker shade at the crease, but don't blend it out. You're just gonna tap because you want it to be dark there. Okay, so now we're gonna soften up the edges. We want it to be nice and seamless. We don't want it to look super patchy. So we're gonna go in with the shade right next to the darker shade, and we're gonna use our blending eyeshadow brush to lightly buff and blend the colors so they're more seamless. Make sure you tap off any excess. You never want to have a lot of product on your eyeshadow brush, then when you go to place it on your lid, it's just all over the place. You always want to tap out any excess and then start to lightly blend in circular motions. So we're just going to go around the darkness and we're just going to gradually just create a nice little shadow around the darkness. So it's gonna all come together. It's going to blend so nicely and so seamlessly. So your eyeshadow should look something like this, nice and seamless. Now it's time for the fun parts. We want to brighten under our brow bone as well as our inner corner to make the eyes pop. Any white or cooler undertone is definitely going to make the eyes pop and appear bigger once you place them in the front corner of the eye or under the brow bone. So in this palette, we can use several different shades in the cooler section. So the top part is going to be more cooler. So we can use this lighter shade here, we can use this middle, or we can use this lash. I think I want to use this shade Hint right here. I feel like that would be so fun and it'll blend very nicely in with our eyeshadow look. So to apply the lighter color in the front corner of the eye, I'm going to go on with my Fenty Beauty blending brush. Now this brush is a little bit different. It's more round, it's more flatter, and that's exactly what we need to place the product on the front corner of the eye. So all we're going to do is tap the color in the front corner of the eye. You can also sweep it across if you like. But let's try building up that color first by tapping before you start swiping. Then once you get the color on the lid, you can take your brush and you can just start sweeping it upwards, following the creases in your eye. Like we all have natural creases in our eye. So you want to follow the natural creases in your eye. Okay, and so your eyeshadow should look something like this. So far. Now, say if you want to do a small little liner across the lid of the eye. Instead of using a liquid liner or even a crayon or a pencil, we're going to use an actual eyeshadow. We're going to use a black eyeshadow. And I'm going to use this Angled Brow eyeshadow brush to create my natural wing across the eye. I dipped my brush into a black powder and I'm just going to start at the end and just start tracing my lash line. This is much easier than using an actual liquid because if you make a mistake, you can just go over it with whatever powder that you had on your lid and correct it. Now, I would make sure that you're looking down in your mirror so you can actually see where you're placing it. And this is what my black liner is looking like. I'm going to look down. See how gorgeous but natural that looks? You just lightly lined your top lid with a black eyeshadow and it just looks so freaking good. Okay, so I added my lashes. Now I'm going to apply that same shade that I applied in the front corner of my eye under my brow bone. And I'm going to be using my smudge brush to do this. It's very tiny, has a straight edge to it and dense. And we're just going to take it right underneath that brow bone, going side to side. And it should look something like this. Really nice and well blended together. I love doing eyeshadow looks like this. All right, guys, so that's going to conclude today's video. This is the final look. If you're a beginner in makeup, I really hope that this helps you with your eyeshadow looks or even the placement for an eyeshadow look. Because getting into eyeshadows can be very, very hard, not knowing which colors, which shades go where, and what colors to use for your specific skin undertone. So I really hope this video was very helpful for you guys. And if you made it to the end of the video and you are new to my channel, hey, what's up, girl? Drop some comments down below. Hit that subscribe button and that post notification bell so you are notified every time I do upload new videos. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, loves.
Life is what you make it. I should been amazing.